Okay, today is February 15, 2016. Let's go and take a look at some of the futures on oil, gold, and some of the bonds and the indexes. Then we go and look at the some of the momentum stock, such as Facebook, Apple, to wrap it up. So let's start off with the crude oil. This is the crude oil futures here. You can see that a couple level here. I think the support here somewhere around the recent low 2605. I think a lot of people are still looking for this thing to go down to 22 or 20, below 20 area. So let be it. But I guess right now we're basically looking for this thing to possibly come back up. If it could break through this trend line, I'm looking at the 3372 for the near term. Okay, right now the market is fairly volatile. It's no sense for us to look at anything further than a couple months. So that's why I'm focusing on the near term, some of the price level, instead of try to go and project it back to like 6 months to a year. But right now we're essentially looking for very short term stuff, a few days to a week type of trade, some of the level, and then as soon as these levels get hit, then we could update that. But right now, essentially, I'm looking for the 3372 area, up at these level here for potential resistance or maybe the near-term target here. Okay, and also put in the just wondering if you just wonder what these moving average are. This is the 250. These two are simple moving average, and this one is the exponential moving average. It's just the 20 days, and I also got the MACD here, the traditional MACD 26 and 9, right? And then here is the stochastic. This is the 14-day stochastic. Okay, so you can see that from these indicators, these oscillator, you can see that there is a little bit of a divergence here, right? There's a positive divergence as the crude oil coming make a new low. Similarly, on the stroke, the stochastic, right? Okay, so we could take a look at the gold here. And you can see that gold, a lot of people was thinking that gold was basically just getting a little bounce and that sort of thing. But I've always been, saying that gold, there's only two reasons to hold gold. One is for inflation hedging, and the other one is for safe haven. And we know there's no inflation right now per the Fed definition, right? They're still looking for that 2% inflation rate, which is not even close. So it can't be an inflation play on the gold. So it got to be a safe haven, and that's basically what that is. A lot of people thinking that because of the the bond has been rallying, essentially the rate, the interest rate been coming down, the long-term rate, that people thinking that is a safe haven play. No, that is a growth or lack of growth type of play. Okay, so when there's low rate on the long term, that means people is projecting there's lack of growth in the future. Futures to create inflation, right? And that's why the rate is going to be low, and also use that as a stimulus for potential growth. So anyway, we're basically looking at gold here, and looking at this, kind of got extended a little bit, so kind of do a little pullback right now. And I'm looking for a possibility of coming into this retracement zone somewhere around these, 1180, right? Okay, 1180 and 1155. Essentially, this between this 618 and 50% retracement here on this Fibonacci retracement. Okay, and here's the 10-year bond that we've been talking about. You see this shooting star. Now we got a little bit of an evening star type of pattern, playing out. Okay, so I'm looking for this thing to come back down to maybe somewhere around this 1340 to 129. Okay, somewhere around this 61.8 and 50. So that's basically what we're looking at on this, on the 10-year, and here's the 30-year. That's the long term. Similar type of action here. We got this shooting star, so the evening star pattern coming out, and basically kind of looking for this thing to pull back to this zone here. Okay, and then the U.S. dollar. Here's the U.S. dollar index here on the future market, and right now we are looking at a maybe a bounce back up to a 97.58, somewhere around this this area here within this retracement zone, essentially coming up to this 20 EMA I think it's going to go back a little bit more than that. I never believe this, these moving average as a resistance or support, but you never know. Sometimes you got enough player that's trading off these moving average. It's a lot of these indicators kind of fulfilling prophecy, right? So the more people that's using it, though, it's kind of make it appear to be effective at a certain time. So never discount any of these things, but I do keep an eye on it. I don't trade off of it, but I do keep an eye on it to see confluence and that sort of thing. Okay, so right now, essentially, I'm looking for the dollar to maybe make a little bit pop and come to this 97.58, then maybe pull back again and see the dollar retreat as the Fed's talk about interest rate hike in March diminish. Okay, then the dollar will start coming back down. Okay, so let's take a look at the future on the Dow. All right, so right now, we did have a holiday in the U.S. market, but the Globex market continued to trade this thing. So you can see that it's coming up to the zone here, and I'm basically looking for 64.26 as one of the potential target or resistance level here, essentially into the zone here. Okay, and the support level is somewhere around the recent pivot low, the 15,365. Right. So that's basically the level I'm watching, and you can see some of these oscillators kind of turning up, so it kind of give you a little bit of a positive confirmation that this we might get a little bit of a short-term bounce. Okay. And then here's the E-mini S&P 500. You can see that it's booked this downward trend line here, and right now it's making its way up to this zone here, which I'm looking at 1940 as one of the target for the near term. So then we might either break through or come back down to this particular extension. I'm looking at it right now. Something like a like a little bit of a channel, right? Trading band. Okay, so maybe like this. Okay, but we'll see when it get up here to see how strong it is and see could it break through, because I'm still looking for these level here to be taken out. Okay, so that could be a little bit extra push there once it get up there. So we'll keep an eye on that. But right now I'm looking for this thing to come up. Okay, and so if we take a look at the S&P 500 cash index, even though the market is closed, but most likely probably see a little bit of a gap up tomorrow when the U.S. market will open for trading. Okay, and probably will be somewhere around this trend line here, and essentially I'm looking for 1947, right? Okay, on the upside here. All right, and then if we take a look at the SPY, the ETF, okay, similarly, the market is closed, so this thing is essentially not doing anything at all, but expect it to gap up tomorrow morning when it opened, because the ES is somewhere sitting at 1892, so essentially it's somewhere around this level here. So probably open right near this trend line here, unless tonight the overseas market yank it down. So you never know, anything is possible, right? But in any case, I'm looking for this thing to come up to the 191 to 194.58. Essentially, I'm looking for a target of 194.58, somewhere around this 194.40 area. Okay, so and then let's take a look at the NQ, which is the mini for the QQQ, the Nasdaq 100, and essentially are looking for a near-term target of 4173.50. Okay, up at this level here, and if we could break through this level, then I'm looking at the 4365. Okay, then if we go and take a look at the Q, okay, the Q is 106.08. That's the upside target. Essentially, I'm looking for this 94.84, the recent pivot low, as a support level here. Okay. Then looking at the Russell 2000 on the future, the mini, right now, essentially looking at this 1008 as a near-term target, with a little bit more upside at 1053.60 if we could break through this 1008.30. Okay, and then the IWM. Okay, essentially we're looking at something on this level here. Okay, the IWM, this level here, somewhere around the 104.99, essentially 105. Okay, so that is the indexes. So let's take a look at the some of the MOMO stock. Let's start off with Apple. I haven't looked at Apple for a while. Okay, Apple, I'm looking for a little bit push up to this 97.33, and if we could make it above this 97.33, then I'm looking for another test of this 101.53 up here on this pivot high. Okay, so that's basically what I'm looking at. 92.39, the recent low is basically the support. So if it break below that, then it's different story. But right now I'm looking for a push to come up and maybe try to test the 97.33 on it, in the in the near term. So, and then Facebook, Facebook, we're basically looking for another push to come back up to this 106 and possibly to the 110.65. Okay, but the first area of resistance is probably near this retracement level, so this retracement zone near 106.80. Okay, so basically looking for that as the first target. Then on Netflix was looking at the another test of the 92.20. Okay, see if it could push up this 92.20. If it could, then it could get up to this 97. But if you can't get up there, then the 79.95 would be the support here. So again, looking at these oscillator, you can see a little bit of positive momentum to confirm the price movement on the upward side. So that's one of the reasons why we are looking at a potential push, along with other things that give us an indication that the price might be having a little bit of a near-term rally on the upside. Okay. And then looking at Twitter, right? Twitter really got flushed down here. And if you look at it, flip this over, this basically is a morning star type of a pattern. Essentially, it's an inverse of the evening star. All right, so we're getting a little push up here, and I'm looking for this trend line or this 1904 area, okay, for possible near-term target or resistance here, right? And then Amazon, we got Amazon might be pushing up to this 547.18, this area here, this pivot low. And if we get to there, it might work itself up to this 530, depending on how strong the market is going to be pushing up on this, maybe this recent, oversold bounce. Then Google, again, we're looking at Google to maybe possibly get back up to the 752, right, up at this level here. Okay, with the recent this level, it need to hold this 700 level here. If it doesn't hold this level, then we're probably looking at something, down at this area here, somewhere at the 617. And then finally, Tesla. Okay, Tesla, if we could get up to this 163.26, okay, then it could maybe work itself up into this retracement zone of 192. Right, this 50% retracement. Okay, so that's basically all I have right now. So just focus on the short term and the near term right now, because the market is still pretty volatile. So good luck.